Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you this week's tarot reading from the 8th to the 14th of March, 2026. You are surprising everybody, and that's good for you because they need to be shocked and not gossip so much about you. Now, we are still in the depths of Mercury retrograde, so use your discernment this week as you go about your daily duties or gossiping. Try not to gossip. That's not a good thing on any aspect of life, but just try to be aware of the things that you say to other people. They might be a little touchy and take it the wrong way. So let's get started with our first card. It is a new life. And the new life is the birth of a new career. You've been through hell and back, and jealous people are not liking the new look, the new hair color, the new career. It can be anything, but they're just in a mood to want to argue with you and disagree with everything that you might have to say. So, like I said in the beginning, just take it with a grain of salt and keep moving forward because don't let envy or them, getting mad at you because you have a happy smile on your face, bring you down. They're trying to bring you down because they don't want you to think that you can move ahead or be any better or different from anybody else. So just, just if you have to, just celebrate on your own. Really, because, buy yourself a new hair dye and color your hair, whatever, or actually buy yourself a sweet. It could be a pie, cake, or whatever. And if you have something to celebrate, do it on your own. Actually, you'll love it that way. Okay. Our next card here is Treasure Island. Let's see if I can get a good. There you go, Treasure Island. This is it's a reflection card and to let you know that your dreams are coming to fruition, your manifestation, financial gains are coming to you due to all of the hard work that you've been putting in since the beginning of the year. Also, let me not forget this one. A golden opportunity is coming close. So when it does get here and arrives via like an email or a letter or you may come across somebody who wants to talk to you face to face to give you this opportunity. It's yours. Grab it. If it's the thing that you really want to do, grab it. There's no time like the present. Another card here is, there you go. Go the distance. Now look at, you need to look at your future now. With all the stuff that's going on in the world, you have to be flexible because it changes daily, doesn't it? Career prospects may increase at this time. So take the one that, fits what you have in mind for your life and go for it, it could be a harmonious relationship. Your dreams may start to manifest. Also, those lifelong dreams that you always wanted to happen for you. So just stay the course and do not let anybody stop you at this time. Now, I want to talk to you about future aspects of your life. This is the time to make lists. This is a time to, really think about, because we're in Mercury retrograde, it always brings back the past and what we want to, if we want to go back to past relationships or careers, at this time you may think of those things. But I always say it's not a good idea to go back to the past. It's always a blessing to go move in the future. So our next card here is Round and Round. Oops, there we go. Sorry about that. This is like you're not learning your lessons. If you don't learn those lessons, they will continue again and again and again until you do get it straight. Now, this may come as overspending, connecting with bad relationships, a job that is so overtaxing that all you want to do is hide in a corner and relax and sleep for a couple of days. So this is just asking you to while we're still in Mercury retrograde, until the end of March, it's asking you to take some time for yourself and really, really decide what you want out of life. For you personally, not everybody around you, but for you personally. Okay? This is your time, your life, and and your desires that you want to accomplish. So do that for yourself this week. Now, I like this card. It's a message in a bottle. It's fast communication. Spirit is sending you signs and synchronicities, because you've prayed and asked for help. So, the Spirit is all around you all the time, like I say in almost every reading that I give. And all you have to do is ask for help, and then let them do their business. They like to work in the background. They'll give you little, like I say, signs and synchronicities. Pay attention. It could be music that you hear or a movie that you're watching. Someone might say something that is exactly what you needed to hear. So pay attention to those and then take heed. Okay? So just stay open, learn, and it could be a new opportunity coming to you that you might want to grab while you can. I think that's another sign of one of the other cards I just read for you. Okay. Now, here's a card that you may ask why. That's the name of the card here. It's just understanding, what your motives, what are you being driven by, and have a clear, expectation of what you can and cannot do at this time. And if you need to go back to school, please do so. You can take online classes, you can take weekend classes, or you can take a class on YouTube if somebody's offering something into the subject that you're very, very interested in. So you might want to start looking at things like that. I'm taking an online class, and it's really interesting. I take notes as well as, watch the videos, and I've learned so much in a short amount of time. So you might want to do that. And, just, look into it, do your research before you make any decisions, of course. But I'm thinking that all of us need to update our resumes and our knowledge base, okay? Now our sex, ooh, I have that on the mind, I guess. Now our next and last card here is deep knowing. Now, your intuition is working overtime, so you need to listen to Spirit, because there are some things that they cannot show you at this time because we're in Mercury retrograde, and God knows who and what and where everything is going to happen before the end of the month. But, just time will tell, in everything that's going on in the world. But you can't let it stop you. Please don't let, what's going on in the world stop you from making any decisions or choices in the world. Like I said, we're in Mercury retrograde, and who knows, by the end of March, when we come out of Mercury retrograde, everything calms down, things get settled, and everything is starting to happen in the right direction instead of all the wrong and bad decisions and things like that. So just balance your time well, and if you have to walk away from a relationship or a career, just know that it is for the right reasons, because by the end of March, everything will, get back to normal, and I'm talking several opportunities will arrive, and it will surprise you. So if you have to, bide your time until then, just make your notes, sign up for the class, or attend a seminar, on Zoom. I think it's Zoom meetings or whatever. Do so, especially if they're free. We all like free, don't we? Okay. So just, don't let others, try to affect your life. And that could be exes, friends who are jealous and envious of you. It could be a time where you just keep your goals and all that to yourself at this time. So you don't, rock the boat with any of your friends or whatever, but just know in the background you're doing your due and you're making things happen. But until all the decisions or the contracts are signed, just keep it all to yourself, okay? Just I want to say, just be wise in everything that you do this week. Be stoic but loving. Okay? So until next time, I hope that all of these cards this week will happen for you and positive events will be granted. But be kind to others, even if they are testing your last word, your last nerve and everything. Just be kind to them because they might be going through a rough patch while you've already healed from all your stuff and you're moving forward. So don't let anybody bring you down this week. And if you like this video, please subscribe and like. Until next time, this is 3333 Lightworker.